Because when there is someone who's going to be in a role for a long time, it would be easy to become discouraged
Right.
and want to look elsewhere if there wasn't a clear commitment to that person's development. If there weren't alternate ways that I could expand my contribution or challenge myself or become more visible or find more meaning, I am going to be one of those people who will answer your call, which
Yeah.
I know you need those people. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get in the way of that. But one of those folks who will answer the call and entertain another role for sure.
Yeah, and even to speak to that, I mean, sometimes we talk to people who aren't actively looking to change and have a great relationship with the management team and have a lot of these things in place and know that the succession planning isn't there. And it's already been discussed when the right opportunity comes along, it's met with gratitude from all parties of like, okay, great, you're going to make that move. We don't have the ability to offer you anything more, but we are going to maybe hit on a bunch of these points versus the company where these are all significant blind spots and they lose somebody great when they maybe didn't have to. And I think, again, going into like today's employees mindset, these things are all super important to at least be aware of, to be able to discuss. And again, I think it's a really great segue. You've defined a number of these like characteristics or categories. So what are some of those like alternative ways to think about career development and just careers in general?
Yeah. So our classic traditional limiting definition of career development was that climb up the corporate ladder.
Right.
And that's not going anywhere. I mean, the title of the book is Promotions Are So Yesterday, but let's face it, they're today, they're going to be tomorrow, they're part of the landscape. And there are times in all of our careers when that is the appropriate way to grow.
Hmm.
The problem is those are few and far between. And if we're hanging our hats on that exclusively, we're going to have a lot of time in between where we're not growing and dissatisfied and disengaged and whatnot. So, some alternate dimensions that are, by contrast, completely within a manager and employee's control that can take advantage of the here and now rather than waiting for some other position include things like contribution, competence, connection, confidence, challenge, contentment, and choice. Seven other C's, if you will, in addition to that C of climbing the corporate ladder.
Right.
And again, what distinguishes it is those other C's are something that managers and employees can act on anytime, anywhere.
Right. How did you, I guess, are there other, I guess, aspects outside, or do you feel of all the different areas you can kind of find a way to tie them into each of those aspects? And how did you ultimately land on that seven or that eight?
So it was really the result of the 10 years or so of working with organizations, leaders, employees around the world, and really being able to hear between the words in some cases
Mm,
what the desire was or where the learning was most satisfying and alive for people. And over the course of those, hundreds, thousands of conversations, the patterns started to kind of fall into place and these seeds bubbled up. To so far, I haven't found anything. No one's said, well, no, what I really want is something that doesn't find a home in one of those dimensions, but I'm really open to more as long as they start with C. That's my only
yeah.
request.
Yeah.